This is an overview of our scenes and specifically what they're saving and what they're not and the reason why. Let's start with our dividers, which are these elements that are usually either a box or a circle, which are a typical character, and these are only used as dividers, so I'm not saving any of the property and I'm not including it in animation. These are a simple way to separate between different chapters in the whole project. The first part of our scenes, let's call them working scenes. So the first one, which will be working, say I'm here. So if I recall my working scene, what it'll basically do is turn my shadows off, turn my fog off, and set my style to one that I have preset as a working style. I basically only turn on the properties that I am going to change within each scene to keep things like logical. And say for instance, I don't know, let's say I'm working on one of the perspectives and maybe this thing is too heavy, so I will just turn on working, and the only properties that will change are the ones that are related to a working style. I could eventually save this an overview of the project, so save my camera location as well, but that's something that if you prefer to have like a general view of the project in the working scene, then you can do that. These two guys, access living and access bedroom, are specific to this project, where I have two different orientations because I have two slightly rotated boxes here. So these are working styles and I save them here as a global thing. Color by tag, well, as mentioned, it's a simple style where I can see stuff based on whatever tag they're on. This style that is used here, I use it as well on my structural set. Now, if I go back to working, these guys, I'm only modifying the active section plane. So this is a quick way for me to work inside a multi-story project, or for instance in this case where we have just one story and I may want to work on this story first and then go up or down one level. This is just a simple way of moving my scene up or down. All of these are scenes that are supposed to go inside a layout page. So basically I'm saving all the properties that I need, and I'm not saving some of them first thing, including animation, even though this is not going to be exported as an animation. This is a simple way for me to remember that this is a scene that's going to go on a page somewhere. The other thing I mentioned afterwards, I filled out the name and the description because both of these are being called out by the title block for each viewport inside layout. Now I'm saving camera because it's absolutely necessary in this case. I'm not saving hidden geometry or hidden objects. Okay, this is how I deal with hidden lines and hidden geometry in order to show this as a simple elevation without all these elements, and also the reason why I don't save hidden geometry or hidden objects as a property on my scenes. This is a very schematic view of what a typical elevation would be on a monolithic building. So what I normally do is I go in and hide these lines and do this on all the walls. I do this top and bottom if required, and on my slabs, instead of hiding, I'll go in and select the edges that are showing and I'll move them to my hidden tag. Yep. Let's see. And this will show, of course, hidden lines, and this way in my elevations I can see the projections of my floor slabs or floor plates. And if I'm going to do visualization, I can basically turn this off. That is the reason why these properties are not saved. Tags, section planes, styles and fog, shadow settings, and environment, even though I don't use environments, but it's saved because it's just a carryover. Structural plans, as I mentioned, I'm using the styles color by tag style. I'm saving only the information that I need. As far as styles, so I only have 4 styles here. So I have this one, which is color by tag. This is presentation. This is mostly used for perspectives. This is used for floor plans. And this is my working style, just to keep it simple. That's the main reasoning behind saving only part of the properties. Let me know if you have any other questions. Bye.